Good morning and welcome to another online lesson video. Today we'll be talking about transition and specifically transitions for agreement. Now, what are transitions? Well, they're a part of speech and we haven't really discussed parts of speech, so I'll explain what they are very quickly. Parts of speech are basically nouns or adjectives or verbs. They're just the different kinds of words that we can find within a sentence. And transitions are a part of speech that is used to link words, phrases, or sentences. They help the reader to progress from one idea to the next idea. And because of they help us to build coherent texts and ideas. So basically, think about it when we spoke about first, second, etc. Those are good keywords or connectors or conjunctions that can help us establish an order. But today we're going to talk about specifically those that help us agree or add information to something that has previously been said. So that's basically what transition words are. Okay, they help us to create links between words, phrases, or sentences. Why are they important? Well, these are useful to maintain coherence, like I mentioned, and they help us keep ideas organized. If we didn't have transitions, it would be very difficult to move from one idea to the next one. They help us to connect ideas or introduce new ideas. And they help to add variety to the texts. Imagine if I was telling you a story and every single time I wanted to move from one event to the other, I simply used then. Right? First we went to the market, then we went to the store, then we went to blah blah blah. It would become very repetitive. So in a text where you can actually see the words written, this is very much more evident. And what you want to do is to use different words to create these transitions. And this is exactly what we're talking about today. There are many kinds of transitions. They are for agreement, they're for opposition, they're for cause or conditions, they're for examples, effects, consequences, conclusion. Each one of these have different uses. But today we'll focus on the first category, just agreement, addition, similarity. They're under the same category because they basically can all do the same thing. These kinds of transitions are words like also, or in addition, or likewise, and they add information, they reinforce ideas, and they also express agreement with preceding material, right? So if someone is telling a story and you agree, or if you are writing an essay and you agree with someone, then you can say as said by this person or evidently, etc. We kind of talked about it when we were talking about persuasive language, but now we're talking about it to add extra ideas. In the end, the objective is the same, to be persuasive, to convey an idea in a convincing manner. Now, a good example of this kind of transition is cycling to work instead of driving is good exercise, in addition to being good for the environment. So we have two clauses linked together with a transition in addition, right? So I have A is good exercise and B is good for the environment. So I can tell you cycling is good exercise and it's good for the environment, or I can give it some variety by adding a transition. What are some examples? In the first place, right, that's good. That's a good marker to introduce a new paragraph or a new sentence, right? I'll give you some ideas, blah blah blah, in the first place, and then you explain what you're saying, right? Not only, but also, this is one of my favorites, and that's the example that we have in the presentation. Not only is this a crucial moment for the future of the world order, but also for local governments everywhere. So we have two ideas again, right? Not only A, but also B, which means that both of them are important. As a matter of fact, in addition, couple with, in the same fashion, or in the same way, or in a similar way, there's variations of that one. Not to mention, to say nothing of, equally important. So all of these phrases and collocations are useful to transmit the feeling that you're adding something or you're agreeing with something. You can also use adverbs. Adverbs are helpful because they are very common, but remember that you should try to limit your adverbs to one per paragraph at the most, because then they can become repetitive, especially because all of them end with the same ly form. So we have equally, identically, uniquely, comparatively, correspondingly, similarly, and additionally. Similarly, sleeping 8 hours each night can boost your energy through the day and help you focus on your daily tasks. Now, this sentence here, taking out of context, may seem a little weird, but if you imagine that the previous sentence was something like drinking water can help make you feel better, and then I'm adding another benefit, then that's the idea. I'm adding something. And I'm also agreeing with the previous idea because I'm saying similarly. So they're both on the same level. There are some conjunctions and prepositions that we can also use, such as likewise, and, also, then, to, moreover, and furthermore. Now, moreover and furthermore may seem a little fancy, but when you're writing a long essay, it's always good to have variety, to have some options. So keep them in mind. Here we have another example. Online courses have proven to be a challenge for teachers and learners alike. So again, if we wanted to use another form, we could say not only are online courses a challenge for teachers, but also learners struggle with them every day. That's another example there. And well, that's basically it. These transitions, like I mentioned, are super helpful when trying to connect ideas, when trying to present new ideas, and they're very useful to have and to keep in mind. We will be talking more about them in class, but for the moment, that is all from my part. Please refer to the activities on Blackboard. Have a wonderful day, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the virtual classroom.